Duets with Dice presents Fear and Loathing 77, a Vampire the Masquerade story, based on the Quick Start module by Brad C. Hodson, Episode 2. Hello, hello. We are back again. Back in the booth.
Back in the closet.
Back in the closet. To hey, we gotta establish like a proper illusion. They only hear our voices. They don't know where we are. For all they know, we're out there on the road recording as your character drives past. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like we're there at the scene, watching everything, narrating it unfold. They don't have to know we're in a closet.
Oh. Hi, my name is Mo, and this is Austin, and this is Duets with Dice. Welcome to our Savant game.
Yeah, this is Session 2 of Fear and Loathing 77, a module we picked up on that their Storyteller's Vault by... Yeah, I know you have the name written down on your sheet somewhere.
Brad C. Hodson made this. Brad C. Hodson.
Yeah, you said it right that time. You said Hostin.
He's done a great job.
He did do a great job.
And we've watched some trailers and been thinking about this. Haven't watched the movies.
Yeah, we didn't get around to watching the movie. My work schedule is
But we did spend a fair amount of time watching the Warriors trailer, and I don't know about everyone else, but I didn't know that existed.
Oh, the Warriors is a badass film.
Can You Dig It is like...
Can you dig it?
I want a tattoo of that. I don't want a tattoo of anything. I want a tattoo of the Can You Dig It guy.
Warriors!
Yeah.
That's like the Sabat movie. All these packs going to war.
With their silly names and
their
costumes.
Their silly names, and they got some costumes, and they're like, we're the baseball boys. And then they got their Octoritas Rite, where, you smash a guy's head over on the home run plate. Everyone comes in, and then, does a run around the field, and, slides in with potence, kicks the guy's head off, and then they all sit there and drink, and that's their rituals. It's the Sabbat.
It's the Sabbat. We're the construction crew, and we all wear hard hats.
Hey, that's not a bad idea anyway, just to be safe.
This is Jackhammer Jack.
You've got... Jackhammer Jack. Alright.
Yeah, anywho, we did look up a little more inspiration for everything. To try to understand the feel and everything.
Yeah. I think we're on the right track. Yeah.
I don't think
we're too far off base.
Okay, so last time we left off, you were leaving Bakersfield. Yeah,
you set a bar on fire.
I set a bar on fire.
And you heard from the fella in that bar that you need to go to Barstow.
And so I need to pick up...
to find
what is his
Mr.
name?
Galt.
Sawyer.
Yeah, you're looking for Sawyer.
I'm looking for Sawyer. They sold off Sawyer to Mr. Galt. They attacked me because he was going to pay them to...
He paid them more than y'all were willing to pay, and then was going to pay even more than that to
kill
execute
anyone who
you.
came after him. Yeah. And so I have me, my cool-ass car, a beat-up suitcase full of $50,000, and fire trucks sounding behind me as I went off to the distance, where I then parked after finding a secure place, where I could hide my car and then get into the trunk.
Yeah, you can get into the trunk, zip up the body bag, all that good stuff.
Just get into my leather body bag, zip.
Did you do close to the road or
I drove off the road. Yeah. I found a place to hide my car.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You're only in the desert.
I'm only in the desert. Just put some scrubs.
Yeah.
Go behind a plateau.
Yeah. and so
next thing in my mind is
we did wrap up on a nightmare, right?
Yes, finished up a nightmare.
Let's go ahead and do your nightmare roll.
Willpower.
It's your willpower.
Is that my current willpower?
It'd be your current willpower.
Do I get willpower back for being a survivor last session?
You will get back 1 willpower, and then you'll wake up and get another.
Okay, let's go. I made it.
Yep, you got it. And
so this session, my nightmares, although terrible, do not cripple me.
But they're not gonna get in your way this evening.
Yep.
And there was another thing.
Because we had talked about how a cool thing we want to do with the nightmares. You had mentioned.
Yeah. And I'm still on board for that 100%.
Okay.
And so,
I'm on the road. Barstow.
Barstow. Barstow. Okay.
On my way to Barstow. Like, as I'm driving there, I'm definitely like, shit, my ghoul. Not worried about it.
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
He just left to get a pizza, take a leak, and he comes back, the car's gone. He's like,
he's like, man, alright.
This isn't the first time, and it definitely won't be the last time.
So I'm gonna have to score some drugs. So
I'm unsupervised. Time to party.
Yeah. And so, so Barstow is a small town, notable for the number of highways, freeways, and rail lines that pass through it. The most famous of the roads cutting through Barstow is Route 66, which at this time was still operational. Even given the small population, the community was used to seeing throngs of strangers passing through town. As a result of all this traffic through such a remote area, the high desert around Barstow also gained infamy as a place where criminals, mobsters, and serial killers would bury bodies.
Yep, sounds about right.
And so, yeah, you might be familiar with it for this reason or not. But, yeah, you're in Barstow.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and I feel like maybe a streetwise plus wits, or maybe like one of your social traits might help you.
Well, depends. What am I looking for?
So you're trying to find the specific place. Barstow is a town, and this guy is held up in a very specific place in town, and so you might go asking around. You might try to get in touch with Do you have any contacts?
No, I don't have any contacts.
Okay.
But I do. I think I will use we'll do a streetwise wits.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I either wits, perception, it's all the same roll. So let's go with that.
Very nice.
Well, I got one.
Pretty nice, too.
Still 2 successes. That's good.
Yeah. And so, after stopping at the sort of watering holes, you know kind of what signs to look for and things like that. You're a gangrel. You track.
Yeah.
And track you do. Between various peoples and things like that, eats up about maybe 2 hours of your night, on top of the 2 hours that it took you to get here.
Yeah.
You finally find yourself at this sort of abandoned, kind of rundown motel. It's pretty late in the evening at this point. I'd say probably around midnight. And the motel, in the motel parking lot, it is abandoned, save for a big blue van that's parked. It has no distinguishing markings. You see. Oh, I'm sorry. There are also 6 motorcycles.
Okay, so 6 motorcycles, a big blue van.
Mm-hmm. And then there's the motel itself.
Okay. I suppose it's time to,
You have give me a quick perception and alertness.
What's my difficulty?
It'd be 6.
Okay, so this one was good.
3. Okay, so your sort of heightened gangrel senses. You smell blood.
Ooh.
Lots of it.
Good. So from where am I able to trace it to a single room?
Yeah.
Or just like a block of rooms?
Yeah, with 3 successes, you'd be able to trace it to the exact room. Mm-hmm. Is there anything else you want to do outside or anything like that before you go in?
I definitely put my car back in the position where if I need to go fast, I do. And honestly, that's just habit.
Yeah.
Like, wherever I go, I pull in backwards because I'm like, no, oftentimes I gotta get the fuck out fast.
Yeah.
And so, I go through and I make sure I have everything on me. I'm like, okay, I still don't have my jacket and I'm still pissed about it, but I'm gonna swallow that. And I make sure I have, my guns.
Didn't you take one of the bikers?
I took one of the biker's jackets. I'm fucking wearing it.
It's a little big on you, but
it's okay.
It's thick enough that it'll offer like a +1 to your armor.
Yeah, because it's a nice jacket, but fuck the Raptors, stupid ass.
Yeah.
And so I make sure I have a full loadout, so to speak, because I'm pretty much anticipating either. Because my thought process for this is, they were willing to pay big money for Sawyer. Mm-hmm. They're not going to give him up without a fight. Money clearly isn't something that I can use to barter with these people. Apparently, they have loads of it. Mm-hmm. It's not a problem. Money's no object. And so the only way I feel like I can get a one-up in a situation like this is through violence.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to come ready for violence.
You picked up a shotgun. There was a handgun, right? No, yeah.
Let me see. So, I have an AK, a flashlight, a Molotov, and a knife. Okay. But I'm sure I have stuff in my car as well, yeah?
So those are the things you picked up back at the barn or back at the bar?
I stole those off of the guy.
Right.
Off of the guy I murked.
Yeah.
In the desert. So, do I have stuff in my car? I want a shotgun. One shotgun.
Shotguns will come up.
I know they will, because other people will have them.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I want one too. So, tell me what kind
You're in California.
I'm a Sabat. If anyone's in a good position to get it, it's me, baby.
Yeah, you can have a shotgun, I suppose. Yeah. The AK it's already a lot. But you can have a shotgun too.
It's just me.
I mean, you didn't buy the armory.
No, I didn't. You're right.
You didn't buy the armory background. In fact, yeah, no, I'm not going to give it to you for free.
That's something I can acquire later.
Yep.
So, there we go. Have my AK, flashlight, and Molotov. This is fine.
I mean, you're in good shape. You've got an AK. And more than that, you've got celerity and protein claws.
I mean, yeah, but we can both acknowledge that the single most powerful thing in all of the World of Darkness is a single shotgun. There's absolutely nothing in the World of Darkness that can stand up.
Yes,
to
both
three,
barrels.
Both barrels.
Like 6. Well, so remember, if you're fighting a vampire, all that gets halved.
Yeah, but the dice, it's 9 dice.
It's
9 dice.
I think it's 16 if you're using both barrels.
I was guessing what I mean. Do you understand, though?
And so the amount of successes then gets cut in half.
It does get cut in half.
Turned into bashing. So it's really
I mean,
unless you hit them in the head. If
you
hit them in the head, they're done.
It's a shotgun, dude.
Yeah.
Listen, we can both acknowledge that, versus something like a pistol where if you're really good, you might roll 5 dice, 6 dice.
Yeah.
A shotgun, 16.
It's not 16 to hit, it's 16 damage once you do hit. To hit, it's your firearms plus your dex.
But bashing loops, so, it
does.
It becomes...
Right. You're right. But, I mean, it does still get cut in half, so... Anyway, not important. Not important. What is important is... So, yeah. Is there anything else you want to do before you go in there? You're loaded. You got your AK.
Last night,
you got your AK strapped.
Last session, I spent 10 blood points. Can I heal myself up to bruised?
Yes. You spent 10 blood. I think it's 10 blood and a full night's rest.
Yep.
I don't know if we got a full night's rest, but
why not?
Because it would be a full night's rest per ag received.
Oh, per ag. So it's just one.
So really, you lose 1, but yeah.
I would need another night's sleep in order to accommodate for that second one.
Yeah, and so, yeah. Is there anything else you want to do, you want to look at before you head into this room?
Not particularly. Well, let me think. What would she think on something like this?
How much blood you sitting on?
I'm sitting on 10. So
It's not too bad.
I'm not famished
You're not
or anything.
You're not even like. I mean, I say you're not hungry, but you're a vampire. You're always hungry.
But it's not pressing, though. In this sort of thought where she feels like she will be fighting and she will have to resort to violence, would she go anyway? And I feel like yes. Can I do a survival and perception? I don't know.
So you're in kind of a little blankish part of town. It's Saturday night though, and so there are people around.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say you can hunt. What would be your method of hunting?
It'd be a stealth. It'll be a stealth.
You have
drive.
obfuscate and
yeah.
Okay.
Get someone while they're out trying to have a pee.
Yeah, it's gonna be that. So you can give me
do a stealth
and
Dex.
Stealth and wits. Because you're trying to outsmart your prey. You're trying to get them into those positions where they're vulnerable.
Okay.
And so yeah. Yeah.
2?
Yeah.
That's fine.
2 is good.
They just sort of go and just tap him. Not hard, but if he's drunk enough, he'll fall asleep in the bathroom. His friends will come looking for him.
Yeah,
but...
you pretty much see these guys. You see like these 3 guys sort of walking downtown. They look drunk. They're probably bar hopping or something.
Mm-hmm.
And you take some time. You single one of them out. He's walking a little slower.
Mm-hmm.
You're in obfuscate, and so you're like right up on him. You're next to him. You're just like there behind him, and he slows down enough, and your opportunity opens up. There's an alley, right? There's an alleyway opening up right next to you. You grab him, celerity, run back, keep his mouth shut,
and go in,
and yeah, you do it.
Drink him a little bit, and then.
Are you just gonna drink a little bit? You have him.
I mean, I have him. Well,
it's not 2 successes does not indicate that's how much blood you get. It indicates
the success of the hunt.
The success of the hunt.
I'll take the same I did the last time around. 4. Okay. So it'll get.
He's gonna take a nappy.
Yeah, he's gonna take a nap, and then like I prop him down. I'm just like, oh.
You gonna lick the wound?
Yeah, lick the wound, unzip his pants, like turn him over. Like maybe he was peeing. I don't know. Just like, oh,
fair.
Beer in hand, just spill it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
Break it.
Okay. Yeah, and that the breaking of that kind of alerts them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where's Dale?
Dale.
Hey, you back there? And
oh shit, Dale passed out.
Oh God, he passed out.
Too drunk to carry him.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Alright, I guess our night's over. Come on, Dale, get up. and so, yeah.
Dale ruins the party.
Right. So you're full on blood.
Yep.
You come back to the motel.
Mm-hmm.
Or we'll say you
I
did
that before.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're remembering that as you're sitting there in front of
parking
the motel.
backwards, like
Parking backwards. You're set up. There's a little bit of blood on your shirt, but you're cool. And so, yeah, you see about 6 motorcycles and this big blue van parked in the parking lot to this large motel. I say large, but it's just kind of like it's one of those little U-shaped ones. Yeah.
Time to get. Oh wait, go into my no, because most of them didn't have a console, huh? Go into my glove box.
Yeah.
I have another pair of sunglasses in there. I'll probably keep a lot of them because if anything happens to the ones I'm wearing,
yeah,
my beast marks are a
got
little
reflective
obvious.
Eyes and
yeah,
blackened hands.
And so things like glasses get knocked off when you're getting shot pretty easily.
Yeah.
And so I probably have a couple of cheapo plastic pairs. And just like, alright.
Just pop on
slip
some
those
sunglasses.
on. Pop it closed. I'm ready to party.
Okay.
I go up. I'm going to approach the... paint the scene for me as I'm starting to approach these block of rooms.
So yeah, you walk past the van, and it's got some tinted windows on it,
mm-hmm.
and things like that. You don't get the sense that anybody's in it. But yeah, as you're walking past...
Do I smell any blood off of it?
Off the van? Not really.
Okay.
It's hard to tell, because I can have you roll it again, but it's kind of hard to tell just based off of this cursory sort of thing, because the scent of blood coming from the other room is very dense.
Okay.
And so, walk past the van, and it's on the first floor. It's kind of, the room itself is it's like behind the van as you're coming in. And so you can see that the motorcycles are all parked in various places. However, this room is behind the van, which is parked kind of crooked, as if to maybe, like, create a natural barrier from anyone looking from the inside, or from anyone looking from the outside in. They won't see, like, the door behind the big van. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so from here, I think, do I go big or go home in regards to their mode of transportation if they try to escape? All of their bikes are right here in front of me. So,
let me just state, it is eerily quiet. You don't hear conversation. You don't hear anything. You smell blood.
I'm going to obfuscate. Or, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to set off one of the alarms on either the bikes or the... What?
1977.
There are no car alarms in 1977? Holy
Not
shit.
Really. That's a fairly recent development. Okay, so yeah, we did a quick bit of research. I was wrong. They were invented, but
they didn't become super common.
They weren't
until
super common
80s.
until like the 80s.
So give us 4 years, and then someone's going to be like, "Why don't we put that in cars?"
Yeah.
All right. So in that case, I'm just going to make a lot of noise in some other way. Just kick over the motorcycles and obfuscate. I want to see if someone will come out of the room.
Okay. So yeah, you kick over the motorcycles. You start kind of shoving some over. They're not like lined up enough that you could like domino effect them. Mm-hmm. But you kick one over.
Line them up so they will. I line them up and then kick them.
So that would take a bit of time.
How much time?
To
I'm a tough bitch. I'll drag them.
Okay. So yeah, you do that to line them up in a domino pattern, and
let it make a loud
noise. You're not hearing
noise.
anything while you're doing it. It takes you about, let me think, 6 motorcycles. Probably takes you about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You're not hearing anything while you're doing it, and then you knock all the bikes over, and
I'm like looking at the door expectingly, like
nothing.
Great. I guess I'll force my way into the hotel room.
Okay.
Can I make a larceny?
You don't even need to.
Is it open?
The door's unlocked.
Motherfuckers.
So yeah.
So I definitely do the sort of thing where I open it first, like from behind.
Yeah.
So I can go in still obfuscated to watch.
Okay. So yeah. As you're approaching the room, you smell smoke. You open the door to the room, and you can smell that blood and smoke sort of oozing together in this just kind of disgusting yet appealing scent.
Yeah,
You can see there are the bodies of about 6 raptors scattered about the room, weapons in hand. Blood streaks the wall and the floors, lining their mouths and surrounding their eyes.
Oh, well, this seems... Oh, no. Yeah. So, Mimo, when I see that, immediately think of thaumaturgy and its beauty in all of its forms.
You have a little bit of experience with that particular...
How great that
particular discipline.
Damn.
You can give me an occult roll to see if your
can I
character is.
Good thing I have a lot of occult intelligence.
Occult intelligence.
Nothing.
Nope.
Doesn't even fucking click. I'm just like, ooh.
This is spooky. You can give me an investigation roll real quick.
Yeah, let me get an investigation.
investigation and wits. Or perception, based off of how you want to approach it. If you want to just
Let's do perception. I want to.
You want to get a good
view
look
in
at
on everything.
Get a good look at everything.
3 successes if it's at standard.
So yeah, after the initial sort of shock of seeing this wears off, you start doing your due diligence and kind of like looking a little deeper. You can see that their eyes have been burned from their skulls, and that their tongues are black and ashen. And there are no other wounds on.
God damn it! They're good! We have a high tier thaumaturgist on our hands.
And so,
I don't know that though.
Let's see here. You see, and like smoke is kind of like pouring out of the room that you've walked into a little bit, and you can hear over in the back room. This is kind of like a little living room space. There's a little TV on the wall, some chairs, but you can hear in this back room while you're kind of doing your investigation. Eventually, you start hearing the flickering of flame, and as you sort of peek past there, you go into this little hallway. Hardly even a hallway, because it's just like there's a restroom right here on your left hand side, and then inside you can see the bedroom area. The curtains are on fire. Yeah, go ahead and give me a rot trick real quick.
I'm good.
Yeah, you're good.
I was like, not again.
Yeah.
Last night I got my fill of it.
Yeah.
And so
yeah, the curtains are on fire. You feel your heckles sort of rise a little bit. And
what about that bedroom?
You have inside the bedroom. There's a few more bodies, and no sign of your target. No sign of anybody.
Fuck.
You're kind of working on a timetable here.
Yeah, I know.
This place is going to burn down, and your biggest clues are in this room. Okay. You need to figure out how to put out that fire.
I know it's the 70s, and apparently these were archaic and terrible times. The room clearly doesn't have a sprinkler?
No.
Clearly, this is a shit motel.
No, this is whoever started this little trash can fire that's set up underneath the curtain. They weren't going to sit there and take the chance that somebody might get rid of their trail of evidence.
Yeah, no shit, right? All right.
Especially not like a dumb sprinkler system.
Nothing like that. So when I go out into the hallway where there's the columns of rooms, is there an extinguisher however far away from the rooms there are?
You might be able to...
Can I celerity over to get one?
You celerity over to a...
It's like 6 rooms away. I'm like, this is a terrible design!
Yeah, no, it's like there's like a little office. And you celerity over to that, it's locked.
Oh, fuck that, I'll kick it in.
Yeah, alright, give me a kick. Well, what's your strength and athletics total?
Strength 5.
Yeah, you don't have to roll.
I'm fucking kicking that shit in like, god damn it!
You just kick the door open, you bust it open, and you see the fire hydrant, you shake it up. Looks like it's still got something in it. Yeah. It's still got something in it. You run over, and
this is ridiculous.
I think if there's a roll that would be necessary.
Rot
trick.
Oh, another rot trick?
Yeah, because you left the fire and you're coming back to it, and your beast doesn't like that.
No.
Alright, so yeah, this time you come in. You drop it, you hiss, and you retreat in abject horror. You leave the place.
Can I kick the van in frustration as I'm running out, just like, fuck!
Yeah.
Kick it.
Well, you can roll willpower to stay, but you are in frenzy.
Yeah, I gotta get this taken care of. Sawyer could be in Mexico by now. Fuck! Okay. Yeah, I'll spend the willpower to stay to put it out.
Okay, so yeah. You stay and you
get my heckles down.
Keep yourself under control. You are frenzying. Is that a path for? Is that?
No.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Oh hell no.
Yeah. I just have to ask because sometimes it is.
Yeah.
And so.
No, not for me.
Yeah. And so yeah, you put out the fire. You get it taken care of.
Once it's done, I throw the extinguisher just like so hard into the shower, just breaks
Pops,
tile.
Yeah, breaks
I'm
tile.
just like,
breaks
I'm pissed.
tile. The thing's just. You can see the
kick the door jam on the way out. I'm pissed.
The stupid white smoke just filling the room up. And so yeah. You've got the scene. It has been preserved. Now you're going to do that deep investigation.
Right.
Give me investigation and
perception.
Yeah, investigation and perception. Or this will be investigation and wits, not perception.
Same way.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's almost exceptional.
Yep, almost. And so yeah. You start digging around, looking for evidence. It looks like one of the bikers has grabbed a blazer jacket, and so he's like gripping like a breast pocket. Looks
like a patch.
Yeah, like a patch.
Ooh.
And as you open his hand and sort of look at what's clutched in his hand, you can see that on this cloth fragment, it says it looks like a sort of burnt, ruined little address card, and it says Ahar. From what you can tell, just looking at this thing, it says Ahar and gas, BLV. These are all different words that you can tell just sort of like looking at it. You're looking at that. It looks like, and so that seems to be the biggest piece of evidence you're finding right here.
What about in the bedroom?
In the bedroom, it's the same thing. Like, as far as this motel is concerned,
I'm gonna look
this
through
is the thing that stands out.
I'm gonna look through the bikes and the truck.
You're gonna look through the van?
Yeah, I'm gonna look through the bikes, the van. I'm just like, this is.
Okay.
I did the best I could here.
Yeah. So inside the van, you kind of rip it open. You get inside. You do a quick search of the van. There are some handcuffs that are still locked in the back.
I'm taking those.
Go ahead and add them. And a sharpened table leg stained with blood.
Motherfucker was in here. God damn it! And so I sit there, and as I hold it in my hand and I weigh it, I kind of like visually think of the scene. You know, Money had traded hands. He was in the back of this car. He was clearly staked. They told me he was. Mm-hmm. So then, from here, I walk back out. Look, that happened. Because I still haven't made I failed my occult roll, so I haven't made the assumption yet that it was that. I know that Sawyer was a Tremere because Zed told me, but it hasn't clicked yet, and so I'm just like, and then they unstaked him.
Yeah.
He got away, but how? And I want to look at the ground to see other tire tracks or anything leading away.
You do see some tire tracks.
Motorcycles or cars?
It looks like a car. Okay. And it was at one point parked in the spot that you're currently parked in. And you can see that it came off and went away, and eventually the tracks sort of fade. There is a diner across the street. Looks like it's still got some business. There is a few things that, you can do.
So I'm going to take, I'm going to leave the scene of this crime. I'm going to go and I am going to pull into the diner. And I'm going to pull in there to use the light from the diner to get out one of my many road maps. of California.
Yeah.
So I pull it out and I unfold those monsters. Very difficult to fold back up, by the way.
Yeah.
And I fold out the monster and I start to look for Ahor Gas Boulevard.
Okay.
Or I'm just like, is that a thing?
There's like nothing that you're seeing on this big map of California. And you sit there, you spend a good 30 minutes just kind of scanning through every address,
and so
every single one.
The address scrap of paper, does it look like it was a business card or anything?
It looks like it was. It looks like it was stitched in to the pocket.
It's a leather.
No, it wasn't. This wasn't a leather jacket.
Oh, it was a patch. The cloth patch.
It was no. So the patch that he's holding, it looks like it was from maybe like a tailored suit.
Okay.
Like maybe a blazer or something.
Well, it's like a tag.
And that he reached forward, and that the idea that you had put together based off of your investigation roll earlier was that during this fight. Or during whatever went down, he reached inside the pocket, and then was pushed away or ripped away or something like that, and it tore. And so that's what he had in his hand. And so on the back, like on the like sewed into the inside of this is Ahar, and then underneath that is
how's it spelled?
Ahar.
It's spelled.
But it's torn in such a way,
HR. And then below it
is the BLV, and then below that is AS, I think, or GAS BLV beneath it.
AAHR GAS BLV.
Yeah, and so. And you can see that there is a space between the S and the B. It's not like it's under it, like with the Ahar up top, but it's torn in such a way that you know that there's more to this that you're not seeing.
Yeah, I'm just like, God damn it.
And so this is your best hint so far.
Is there a payphone in the diner?
Yeah,
going to this diner smelling like smoke.
You wouldn't be the only one.
Yeah.
So there are people just smoking.
Oh yeah, it's the 70s. Everyone's smoking.
Yeah.
So I just go in.
You as you walk into the diner, it's kind of like one of those old 50s diners. This one's kind of starting to fall apart a little bit. It looks kind of has like a little Waffle Housey sort of vibe to it. And there's the lighting in here is kind of flickering ever so slightly, and as you're walking over to a table
I need a payphone.
Yeah.
I'm going to where the bathrooms are, wherever they keep a payphone.
Yeah. And so you walk over to the payphone, which is over in the back. There's a big bar. Person says, "Hey, seat yourself if you need to." Whatever.
And give him a thumbs up.
And you go over there, and as you're walking past, you can see people just sort of sitting in the chair. There's this guy, this very large, heavy-set sort of guy, just chomping into these layers and layers of pancakes with, like, no regard, just sitting there. Just
live life to the fullest, my dude.
Coated in syrup. He looks like he might be like a trucker or something, and he's just going to town on these pancakes, just... Not paying any mind to anything going on around him except for these pancakes.
I can appreciate that kind of single-minded dedication to pleasure.
So,
well, those pancakes will definitely be the death of that man, and I definitely know that his pursuit of them, good on that guy.
And so yeah,
I'm gonna.
You walk over, and who are you gonna call?
Fucking call Zed.
Okay. Yeah. You
I ring him for a while. I'm just like,
it rings. Yeah, it rings a little bit. And hello.
Hey, it's me, Margot.
What's going on?
Sawyer was most definitely intercepted, and I have about 15 or so dead raptors in the way. I have an address here, and does it ring with you at all? AAHR. Gas. BLV. It's like a tag. One of them ripped it off. It's pretty nasty. exploded eyes.
I have an update myself. I suspect that the Templar who had interrogated Sawyer's pack came to me early this evening and mentioned to me that he suspects that that Sawyer works for the Camarilla in Las Vegas. And
maybe his friends came to get him.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't care. You get me him. Do you understand?
Alright, 1, don't talk down to me like that. 2, I will get him.
Oh, are you the bishop now?
I hang up on him.
And so, yeah.
And I hang up hard.
Yeah. And so, he starts getting into it, too. He looked like he was about to start screaming. They hang up, and the person working the counter was like, you feeling alright there?
And for this, I sort of sigh and then turn on my charm. Just like,
I don't know if you can do that. Well, you might be able to.
Cause sorry, I have a bearing of attraction and seductiveness.
Okay. So
I choose not specifically seductiveness, but there is a magnetism.
Mm-hmm. And so yeah, you do have a dot of presence, don't you?
Yeah, I sure do.
You want to turn that on?
First dot, people just look at you.
Yeah. I mean, first dot, people are more inclined to help you. First dot, people are more attracted to you.
Charisma, performance, blood point, yeah. Sure, why not? I'm gonna turn on my charm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I get... Wait.
You get one.
One. So, one of them.
One of these guys in the room. And it happens to be the person that you're in closest proximity to. And so you turn on the force of your presence. That coated blood.
Predatory magnetism.
And you're a gangrel. You're a gangrel, and so it's rough. It's a strange sort of feeling like you're cool.
The same kind of feeling you get.
There's a primordial sort of attraction. It is much gruffer and more instinctual.
Mm-hmm.
Based.
Same feeling you get while looking at a big cat. It's beautiful.
Cool. It's beautiful. It's powerful.
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
And
exactly.
A lot of people like that.
Yeah, and so that's sort of the type of feeling you exude, and just like you look like you're having a rough night.
No, I am. I've been looking for a friend of mine. So, you've been here all night, right? And I look at his... Derek?
Yeah. I've been here.
So, across the way, that inn, you wouldn't happen to have seen anything at all, would you?
Give me manipulation and expression. Yeah. It's difficulty 4, so. Yeah.
Were there guns being fired?
Yeah, I think there was, actually. They started pulling. I saw those guys park over there early, maybe around 7 or 8. They ain't come out since. I'm a little afraid to call the police, to be honest.
I'd leave it. Don't get involved.
Yeah, because those bikers looked rough, man.
I look at I'm wearing the same biker jacket. I'm just like, don't worry about it.
Yeah. Well, bikers look like tough sons of bitches. And, there was
there another car?
Yeah, a car came up. It was a Lincoln Continental. I remember it was a real nice car. It was one of those real long ones,
like a hearse?
Not a hearse, but it was just a Continental. It was long in the front, all that. And they came up, and that's when the gunfire started, and those guys just got in their car, drove away about as fast as they could.
I bet they did.
They were heading about. They were speeding away from the motel. It looked like they were heading east on Route 66, and then I think I saw another car come up there about maybe 10 minutes later.
Trouble.
I think that car's still parked there, actually.
Is that so? When I look over at my car, which is parked.
Yeah, and so you missed
10
him.
minutes.
Yeah, you missed him by 10 minutes.
I'm getting in my fucking car.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, a Lincoln. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just like pat, like, reach over, do a little face pat, and fucking run.
Yeah, and
Trying to put the pedal to the fucking metal on this thing.
so yeah, you
Once more, I think, is my ghoul gonna be alright? They're fine, and I just go.
So yeah, you look down at your gas,
How bad?
gas meter. It's getting there. Las Vegas is still a ways.
But I know that's where they're going.
It would not be super beneficial to run out of gas
In the middle. I'm a vampire. Yeah, it's shit. Time to siphon that. I hate doing this.
You gonna siphon or just fill up at a gas station? There's one not too far from here.
Is it close? How much time?
How much time would it take to fill up gas?
Not much at all.
No.
Yeah, I'll stop and fill up then.
Okay. There's a gas station attendant. He's here and he comes out and is like, yeah, I gotta fill up your car.
Yeah, go on.
And he starts going forward. Yeah.
You see a Lincoln pass through here not long ago?
Yeah, they filled up here. Continental, real nice car, yeah.
Who was in there? They're my friends, and I'm trying to catch up with them. We broke up back in let me think, Van Nuys.
Van Nuys. Kind of out of the way, huh?
Trying to catch up to them.
They're heading east. Those windows were real tinted. There's a young man in the car, maybe about your age, I'd guess.
All right.
He had a scar going down the side of the cheek. He gave me $100 bill to fill up the tank, check the tires, and top off all the fluids and stuff.
Oh, by the way, and I crack open my $50,000 case, pull out a bill. Yeah, do the same.
Oh, hell yeah! This is my night. And so, yeah,
and make it very snappy.
Yeah. He gets on it. Is there anything else you want to know? Had Clark County, Nevada plates.
Oh wait, do you have the plates?
I don't have the plate number, but I just saw the Nevada plates.
Nevada plates.
And so he's just at it, and so yeah.
All right.
Pretty much confirms your
direction. Yeah, I'm just like, well, you have a great night.
Yeah. You too. He gets you set up, and you just speed off into the desert.
Cake dust. He's just like, thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 hundies. I got 2 hundies.
Okay, so yeah, as you're leaving the gas station, you can see back over in the parking lot of the motel, which it's like it's across the street. This gas station's like right next to the diner, and you see a pack of like stray feral cats like eating a coyote, just tearing into it.
You're at the motel?
Yeah, in the parking lot of the motel, about where you were parked.
There's just a coyote there.
There's a dead coyote being eaten on by feral cats.
Oh, that sounds like an omen.
So
disturbing, but listen, I got people to catch.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, you speed off, and so yeah. And so yeah, as you start speeding off into the desert, you're just doing everything you can to catch up. Mm-hmm. It's foot to the floor or driving down the desert as fast as you can.
Yeah, I'm just desperately trying to catch up.
Mm-hmm. And some lights go off behind you, and you see the sirens. There is a thing. Pull over! And you see another police car come up.
2?
Yeah. Both of them running their sirens.
How far will they chase you? This is the 70s.
These are highway patrol.
Ah, shit. So that's not gonna work. Alright, so I guess I'm going to be pulling over.
Okay. So yeah, you slow down, You stop. You pull over, and you rest the car there. As the policemen pull over with you, one of them drives off ahead just a little bit, stops in front of you. The other one behind you. Mm-hmm. Not close by any definition. You have enough room that you could, squeeze out if you needed to. But yeah, the policeman.
I'm going to lay down after I've unbuckled. I'm going to lay down on the seat and then open both of the doors.
Okay.
Giving me a way to get out and then out of sight.
And so yeah, you sort of pull up, lay down, open up both car doors, and as the policemen are getting out of the car, he's got a loudspeaker and says, "Come out with your hands up."
I'm gonna wait till they come up. I will exit through one of the doors. I'm gonna wait.
Utilizing obfuscate?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why I laid down, that way they couldn't see me.
Right. And so yeah, you get set up on that, and it looks like they're making some radio calls. Mm-hmm. It's another chance. Come out with your hands up. We won't ask again.
I'm going to make my way to one of the cars.
Okay, so you have already snuck out of the car at this point.
Yeah, I'm going back and I'm busting tires.
Okay. And so yeah, you go over and you have a knife, right?
Oh yes. Yeah.
You have a knife.
Just crouch down.
I believe this is wits and stealth. Anytime you do anything that would break your obfuscate.
Yeah. I'm
interacting with something. Yeah. To that extent would warrant at least a check.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you're real good.
No, I'm popping both of them.
You pop.
Is he out of the
tires? Is this the guy in front of you or the guy behind you?
The guy in the back.
Okay, so you go to the guy behind you, and he's kind of sitting.
Is he out of his car?
No, he's inside his car. He's inside his car. He's got he's got his door open, and he's got a partner on the other side, and he's just saying, "Okay." And give you your warning, and you pop tires on which side?
Both. I get behind just.
So on which side of the car, though?
I've gotten behind the car.
Okay, so you're doing the back tires.
Yes, I'm doing the back tires.
Okay, and so you pop his two back tires, and
it settles down, and they're just like, motherfucker.
You keep the obfuscate set, and one of the partners gets out of the car, gun drawn. He's slowly, cautiously walking over to your car to investigate. Mm-hmm. And then you see that one of the cops on the other side is doing the same. And so what are you going to do from here?
Let him investigate, because I'm about to pop the wheels on the other guy's car, too.
Yeah. And so...
Are they all coming out? Or, one of them is staying behind?
It's one of them staying behind, one of them goes out.
Okay.
And,
this is fun.
Yep. And
then for the other one, I go to the front. Okay. I'm doing it so I'm hidden.
Yeah.
And so I get the front two on the other ones.
On the front, on these front tires, their headlights are on. You are walking into direct light.
Ooh.
Your obfuscate won't hold.
Okay, let me think. Alright, I suppose I'll have to do it on the side. So, on the front one...
So you're going to do the front and back on one side?
Yeah.
Is that going to be...
On the opposite side from where the guy's at.
Okay.
That way. Yeah. So I'm just out of sight.
So yeah, I'm gonna make you roll again against his perception, because this guy is sitting
He's a little closer.
So the guy that got out of the car is walking on the backside. The guy in the front is in the driver's side.
Gotcha.
And so you are kind of sneaking underneath that driver's side that driver's side window.
Yeah, to stay out of view of the others.
I'm gonna give him a perception roll.
So he doesn't have to do well.
He did well enough. And so
Defender wins on those, right? I don't remember.
No, I got 2 successes. You got 1.
Oh, you got 2?
Yeah, I got
there you go, baby. And he sees something.
Yeah, he sees you, and you're still just kind of trying to maintain your obfuscate. You pop the first tire, no problem, and as you're walking under, you you don't realize that it's broken yet.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're moving, and the officer sort of goes, "Wait, what the?" And he looks and sees you, and he pulls his gun out, and
here we go.
you've got, if you spend blood,
Okay.
you get the
first, or you get extra dice for it. Okay, so is he in the car still?
He is in the car. Door is closed. The other side is open. He's getting ready to scream.
My flashlight.
Okay.
If I can get him to close his eyes again,
Okay.
I'm gonna attempt to go back under. Because it's much easier for me if he gets out of that car. Or opens that door for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's much easier.
Yeah.
So, the flashlight on my belt that belongs to the raptor whose jacket I'm wearing.
Mm-hmm.
Enough. I just reach down and shine it immediately.
Shine it right in his eyes. Okay.
Yeah.
And he stops and discharges a few shots.
Ah, shit.
Yeah. And so he's going to fire, but he's going to be at very high difficulty because he's
Seated.
He's seated in his car. He's shooting out the open window at you who is shining a light in his eye, but you're so close and he can't see what he's doing, so he's going to be at like difficulty 9.
Yeah. But he still makes it. He's
He
good.
gets 2 successes, and so he's going to. It's a pistol.
Fire his pistol. Let me get my
Fire his
dice.
pistol. Pistol is. And that's 1. You take 1 bashing. You soak 1 bashing.
Okay.
So yeah,
He shoots
fires.
me.
He shoots the bullet. The bullet goes through your clothes. Or
Has
really,
a clean exit.
Yeah. It doesn't have a clean exit because it bounces right off of you.
Good shit.
Oh wait. Yeah.
We're gonna say it's my jacket.
It bounces off of you. I forgot to give you the bonus 1 for your armor.
Is there a place where I can put that?
You can add it to.
I'll put it near my health. +1 armor.
Yeah, for your jacket.
All right.
And so it just, and this jacket's a little more durable than you thought. It's bulletproof. Do you have your AK on you at this moment?
My AK on me?
I wouldn't think so.
No, it's
'Cause
kind
it's
of
too
big.
noisy.
Because I drove, and so it's probably on the passenger seat.
Yeah. Okay.
All
So-
right, so we're about
So
to
yeah.
about to play a fun game.
Yeah, and so the other officers hear the discharge.
Come to
What are you
investigate.
going to do?
All right. After shooting, or after flashing his light again, I'm going back under.
Okay, so
that was
you
the plan.
flash the light. He shoots at you,
Mm-hmm.
and you get hit. You're turning off the light, and then you're going to try to go under.
I mean, I figured it was just on and off. I need him to close his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
That was the point of the flashlight.
Okay.
Once his eyes are closed, I'm good.
Okay, so what we'll have you do is
Maybe like a dex?
dex on what? Just trying to think of a way to fairly adjudicate this.
Streetness. Yeah, this is a hard one.
Yeah. My initial guess is technology, but you know how to work a flashlight. It's like not hard.
Well, not streetwise.
No, not quite. I tell you what, roll.
Athletics or alertness?
Let me see.
Because it's a reflex.
I'm gonna roll his alertness and wits in defense.
Can I roll my dex and stealth then?
No, because you. Oh yeah. You can roll your dex and stealth to see if you get away from it. That's a good way to do it.
Okay.
He's gonna be at high difficulty. You're at 5. Oh wow.
Just 1. Old boy does it.
Yeah. He's got 2. So yeah, he maintains composure. You flash him. You try to sink back under, but he's looking right at you. He's blinking a little bit, but it's not enough for you to get
back under.
To get back under.
Shit.
And so,
Dang it!
We're gonna do an initiative.
I'm gonna have to kill these guys. This is taking my valuable time. All right, let's go.
And you do hear other sirens on the way. You saw that guy talking on the radio.
These motherfuckers.
Yeah. And so,
well, time to celerity this shit. God damn it.
They are investigating a possible suspect in a bar burning in a few counties over, and so So what you're going to do, wits and alertness plus a single die. I'm going to grab my notes.
Oh, I messed that one up. 6, 7. I'm at 7.
You can spend blood for celerity to add 5 to that.
Will that take away from my ability to get a second turn?
No, because this is to figure out initiative.
Yes, I'll spend blood.
Okay. It's probably for the best that you did, because I rolled really well on this guy's initiative. So what's your total?
I get
7
a plus
plus
7.
5? 7 plus 5
What does the celerity give me?
7. It gives you an extra 5.
Okay, yes.
So 7 plus 5 is 12. Okay.
See, this is the kind of nonsense.
Okay, so you've got one cop. You've got one cop right in your face. You've got one other who was looking at your car when the shots fired. He didn't quite get to it, but he was like up on it basically. Mm-hmm. He wasn't like looking inside or anything. Didn't have enough time to do that. The other two are still over by the. Actually, no. There's 2 cops meeting in the middle around your car. And then there's one still in his patrol vehicle.
Alright, so let me draw like a little diagram of
Sure.
what I see. So here's me.
Yep.
I'm next to this car.
Yep.
My car's like right here.
Yep.
There's another one back here.
Yep.
And so this one's me, this one's them. Where are the other 2?
There's one cop right here.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2. There's one right here. One right there. Another in his car. You hear sirens coming from this direction.
Yeah, they're coming from behind.
You know their tires are out. You have one tire out on this car.
Okay. And if Route 66 wasn't just so desolate, open road would be useful because I'd be able to get away. Mm-hmm. But Route 66 is one of those roads where it's like, that's like the road, you know?
That's what a werewolf would tell you.
Yeah? It is what a werewolf would tell you. Would that merit, because the point of that merit is to allow
to avoid
too many other things.
Yeah.
From where I'm at, do I know of a back road that could perhaps get me around?
You could get you could find a road that would get you to Vegas. It would get you to Vegas pretty late. Yeah. But you'd be there. Mm-hmm. And it would possibly bypass some of the other hazards that might be waiting for you on Route 66.
Right now, while I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about it, he's already called. People are concerned about the fire in the motel and the murders in the hotel.
There's some murders in the motel.
I need to get past the police. That right now is more paramount because Route 66 is one of those roads where they can just call a town over and set up a barricade. Yep. It's that singular. Yeah. Right now I have now shifted gears from
catch up to this guy immediately to
get to town and I will find you. Yeah. And so I'm sitting there and, you know, as initiative is being rolled, I'm just like, alright.
Okay.
This is fine.
What's your celerity rating? 2?
2.
Okay.
This is fine, and so I'm going to take these guys out and get to where I need to be.
So
I'm going to use some back roads to avoid.
Just in case you use celerity.
Oh, I will.
Yeah.
Okay, so I go first, right?
Yep, you did win the initiative.
So I will be blowing 1 blood in the first place to ensure that I get an extra celerity at the end. Okay. And so I'm going to take my pistol, and I'm going to take aim at the seated officer.
You'll be at low difficulty, or you'll be at difficulty 5 to hit. He's a fish in a barrel.
Yeah. Ooh. Never mind. No, I fucking miss.
Yeah,
I miss bad.
You take shots. It looks like they go into the window, and they kind of hit.
I hit the dashboard.
yeah. You hit the dashboard. You take 1 shot off, and it just, and it shakes him because it's loud. It's a gun. It's like one of those like old school kind of revolver type guns, because we don't really have Glocks yet. But and so yeah, you take out the gun, you fire it, miss, and so the first one is going to take a shot at you. You are
within distance.
You are within distance. There is a little bit of cover. I'm gonna say it's difficulty 7 to hit.
Sure.
Okay, that's 1, and he's going to do gun damage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Did you get 1 success?
Yeah.
You slug it off. It's just... And it
kicks up dirt.
Yeah, it kicks up some dirt. It hits, but you got that armor.
That coat.
It's a good jacket.
All right.
The second one's going to fire. Same second verse.
Will he be... He will have to move first.
Yeah.
Where does he move?
He's gonna move... He's going to move over to your car. He's going to force the door open and sit in cover.
Alright, and then fire.
And he's going to fire as well.
Alright, come on, baby. Goddamn.
So that's 1 success. That's good enough. And he's going to roll damage.
I don't soak.
Were you rolling 3 or 2? Because you do have armor.
Oh.
Okay. So yeah, you soak 1, and it's bashing, so it's cut in half, so you will take 1 bashing.
Ow!
Third guy...
Is he going to come out?
Yeah, he's getting out of the car, opening the door for cover.
Good boy.
And is going to take a shot as well. He's got a straighter shot on you, so it's standard difficulty.
Yeah.
But he opens fire, and you can. So you're sitting there. You feel the bullets whizzing through the air. A few of them make contact. One of them stings a bit from hitting you, but you're good. This guy next to you is opening fire, and he is going to be at difficulty 5 because he's recomposed himself. He gets 2 successes, opens gunfire, get your soak ready.
Yeah, I soak it all.
He opens fire, and the bullets are bouncing off of you, and he notices it. It's freaking him out.
It's scaring him.
He's what the fuck? You hear him say that, and it's your celerity turn. So all of that happens in a span of like 3 seconds, and you are free to act again.
I will attempt to fire once more.
Okay.
Into this man. Still kind of shocked that I didn't before.
Remember, you got willpower.
Can you spend blood power on your celerity turn? No.
No. You can at your next turn to bump up your attributes. Jeez.
Oh my god! Wow. I'm gonna throw this gun away.
The ones are real this session.
They are pretty intense. Yeah, okay.
They're hitting me pretty hard too. So yeah, you fire off another shot, and by the grace of God, it misses, and he's now ducking down. He's actually going to forfeit his real turn to.
He's scared.
Yeah, okay. He's ducking down, and so.
So number 4 is.
Number 4 is ducked down under the driver's seat.
He's spooked.
Yep, and so yeah, he ducks down under the seat. Your turn. You.
Okay.
The barrel of your gun's getting pretty hot. You just fired off 2 shots in a minuscule amount of time.
I'm going to do my second turn again, and then I'm bumping Dex.
Okay.
This is fucking ridiculous. Yeah. Like, I'm starting to...
yeah.
If I miss one more fucking time, I'm losing it.
Yeah. Who are you shooting at?
I'm shooting at number 1.
Okay.
Because at this point, I need to get back in that car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm shooting at number 1. So it'd be my Dex plus firearms.
On ones. But I think you overcame it this time.
Yes.
You got two successes. So, yeah.
The pistol is...
It's 4.
So it's 4 plus
no, 4
dice.
It's with guns. With guns, it's you get the benefit of distance, but you don't add anything more to the damage.
So just 4.
Good.
2.
All right. So yeah,
So
he takes 2 lethal, and and you cap him. You cap him once in the leg, and it looks like it gets him pretty bad. He drops to his knee. His partner, or the guy over at this car,
He's like,
is yelling. He's like, "Stay down, just get down!" And that guy is. Let me see. So one is
hurt.
Yeah,
kneel.
One is kneeling. He's like down on the ground. It's less of a kneel and more of like a he's now on his side. And he's gonna take a shot, higher difficulty because this will be a difficulty 8.
Oh my god!
Wow. Oh,
this man is a crack shot.
Yeah, this guy's a badass. Got 3 10s.
Fucking good on him.
And
2.
That's 2 damage.
I soak 1.
2 damage. You soak 1. You take 1 bashing.
Okay, I'm getting hurt.
And you can spend that blood to heal the bashing.
Yeah,
like right away. And so, yep, it's starting to sting a little bit. The jacket's maybe giving way.
I keep only rolling 2.
Okay,
doesn't matter.
Okay, so yeah, the jacket's kind of giving way at this point, and these stings are
starting
hurting.
To hurt.
At one point, one of the bullets hits the spot over one of your burn marks.
Oh my god!
That hasn't totally healed, and that one's just.
Yeah,
it's not anything super vicious, but it stings. Roll frenzy.
Yes.
Or don't. You can give in, because then wound penalties don't apply.
I do so good.
Yeah, you. It's up to you. You do succeed, so you can hold it off if you want, or you can wait.
When you frenzy, you give up.
So I take control.
Mm-hmm.
You can use willpower to steer me.
Okay.
You can use willpower to steer me, but you don't take wound penalties.
I'll get to ride it. I choose to ride it because, one, I have never gotten to do that, and so this is a fun opportunity. I will be spending my willpower to steer you in the direction of murder.
And remember, it's 1 per turn, and so you are. Go ahead and spend that willpower.
All right. This
and fangs out. Fangs out.
These
claws
2 are
out.
the ones that need to go.
Fangs out. You're getting your and I'm going to spend 1 of your blood points to activate your claws. That'll take until the next turn, so after your celerity round.
Okay.
Yeah. And so this guy hits you from the ground. It's now this guy's turn, and he's going to open fire as well. Because he's 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
No,
This is 2 in the car.
He's 2. Yeah. He's not in the car. He's using your car door as a shield.
Nice.
That is a hit, and so that is 1 damage. Roll soak. 3 dice. You soak it. Just.
All right.
And at this point, your eyes are. Your eyes are bright. You're standing there, and like the silhouette of the red and blue flashing lights is sitting there. And aside from that, it is like pitch blackness, save for the headlights of the car.
Tearing to number 1.
And so,
fucking do it,
let me see. There's number 3 still has to go.
Number 3 is back here. Is he gonna? He has to move to fire.
3. No, because you're right there.
Am I?
Yeah, that's you.
Oh, wait, yeah, you're right. I have it.
Yeah.
In that turn, I didn't move.
No, because when you frenzied, it wasn't your turn.
Gotcha.
And so he's not a bad shot himself, and he's going to roll the damage on that, and it is 3. Go ahead and soak. You soak 2. Take 1 bashing. On your celerity turn, you can't heal,
but directly
because you've already spent your blood.
Spent my blood.
So
next,
it's and
I just start open mouthing.
And so you're gonna
Number one is immediate. He is right there. He is in my sight. So that is.
Yep. And so
imagine the beast is just like time
you jump
to go.
on the weakest. You jump.
I've already
on him.
hit him. There's already blood spilled.
There's blood
and
spilled, and you're ready to get him. And so you run over. Your claws aren't fully out yet, but you start just walking. And at this point, everyone has noticed that you are shrugging off bullets. And so this guy is sort of the guy in the car behind you is like, what the fuck? He's in the passenger side, I believe. No, he's in the driver's side. And so he is he's just radio. It looks like he'll give up his next turn because he's on the radio just telling people to get here faster.
Yeah.
You do hear those sirens off in the distance.
Alright, but
but in the meantime,
murder turn.
You jump on this guy and you're going to roll brawl and dex. Don't forget.
2.
2, good enough. Add 1 to your strength.
2.
And so
So he already had 2 lethal.
You get on him and you start just going to town. Your claws aren't out yet, but you're still scratching. You're still waiting for those claws to come out and
bite. Use your teeth.
Yeah, you're gonna go in and start biting. Yeah,
Oh.
you get him real good. He stops, freezes for a second, and you lift your head up, and this guy sees you. This guy sees you hunched over
his
buddy. And bear in mind, this is a celerity turn, so you did this in the span of a second, and he is shitting his pants right now. And so you bite in.
Yeah.
You bite in. You do 2 ag. This guy's not having a good day. Do you want to take blood?
Sure, I'll take a little.
Yeah, you can take up to 3.
I'll take 2 right now. I don't want. How much time will that take?
It's your turn, so
Well, it's my proper turn, right?
Now it's going to be your proper turn, and so
I am.
Are you going to spend willpower again? Because I was going to heal for you.
Oh yeah. I feel like I don't need to spend the willpower yet. Because it's still obvious who is right in front of me. I'll start spending willpower once I need to get into that car and fucking go.
Okay.
Because right now, the urge to drink and kill, beneficial to me. But yeah.
If that's the case and you're not going to spend your willpower to control this turn,
I'm still going to spend 1 for celerity, so I'll take whatever I can.
You need to spend willpower in order to have me do that. Okay. So you take control. Go ahead and spend the 1 for celerity. You already did it.
Spend a little bit for to heal.
Yep. Right. You heal back up. The wounds start closing in. A little bit, and I think you had already erased this one, so you can go ahead and give yourself one more because you can only spend 2 per turn, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, you lift up, and your claws are out.
How's this guy feel? Shitting his bricks.
This guy's shitting his pants.
Because he's fucking next.
This guy is on the radio, and you're gonna run over to this guy, and you just sort of jump over the little barricade he has set up for you. Roll Dex and Brawl. Get in there.
Oh my god! I fucking jump over it.
Yeah, you
just
jump over it.
Tear him.
So give me 3 plus strength.
Ones don't take away. 4.
You do 4 ag.
I fucking tear him.
You rush in. You slit his throat. Blood comes out. And on your celerity turn, you're just gonna dig right in and
slurp and drive, baby.
Slurp and drive. This guy closes the door and starts trying to back up. He now realizes his tires are flat. He's gonna go a lot slower. But he's backing up and trying to get out of there. This guy's donezo. And
that guy is
the last one is
out.
Also on the radio. They're like, get here now, and so
as this guy is practically in my lap while I am throwing the car into reverse just a little bit to pull out and go.
Oh, so you're in the car?
I jumped over the thing, didn't I?
You jumped over the open door. You jumped over the open...
His open door is there. Can I get in?
Yeah, I mean, you could. But first you grabbed him, you ripped his throat out, and so you're just sitting there, and you have that blood. You have that blood sitting there, just...
Oh, yeah, no.
It's pouring out. Do you want to take the body with you? Actually...
That's what I'm saying. I want to get in the car, like he's in my lap as I'm pulling the car into reverse, and I'm going to start driving as I'm drinking.
Yeah, nice.
And then I'm going to fucking throw him out. The door's open.
Yeah. You do not... so you're frenzying.
Oh, yeah.
You do not have the dexterity to drive a car.
Oh, yeah, because I'm freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, you are frenzy. And so... it'll take a little bit of time. What you're going to do on your celerity action is you're going to start feeding.
Oh, just start sucking him.
Yeah, you're just going to start going to town.
All right.
So go ahead and fill up some blood.
I am draining. How much does he have in him?
You can take up to 3 per turn. So get rid of 3 of those. Yeah, and
there
you're
we
good.
go. All right.
And
so as soon as I start going,
it's your turn again, and you've drank enough, you've indulged enough in violence, and your beast sort of is like, yeah, you're cool, and
I'm gonna take him with me.
Gives you back.
A cop.
You can take the cop. You toss him. You bring him into the car, and he's laying across your lap. He's like blood is just jutting out of his neck at this point in high fashion. You close the door, you lift his legs up and have his legs hanging out through the window, and you start the car up and you start driving. This guy's having a hard time. This guy could feasibly chase you, but would have a pretty hard time. Give me a quick drive and dexterity, difficulty 5 to get away.
Because I am fritzing.
So it'll be at difficulty 8. I'm sorry, actually, I'm increasing the difficulty a little bit because you have a person in your lap, so it evens out to 6. Okay, so you got 1 success, and so you start driving. And
I'm like crooked. Weird. I'm just like,
it's sort of
weird. I'm still drinking. It's like trying to eat yogurt in the car in traffic. But
and so these guys are going to try to chase you, or this guy is, but he's at a high difficulty because you slashed his tire, and he's on your tail.
Good boy.
Yeah, he's on your tail, and so. We're gonna do an extended chase scene. The way this works is we're gonna drive back and forth if we want.
Because I'm gonna be pushing the body out in his way.
Okay, yeah. And so that would include rolls to increase his difficulty and things like that. And so yeah, your turn.
Am I, as my frenzy is calmed down, starting to feel my wounds again?
Yeah.
I'm just like shit. I adjust. I'm covered in blood. The guy is still in my lap.
This guy is in your lap. Blood is everywhere. Blood is everywhere. You're adjusting the mirror. You see the police sirens behind you.
All right.
And you hear the guy, and blood's just shooting out of his neck. Is sort of like his head. You eventually kind of like. So yeah, his legs are still dangling outside of the car. His torso is laying across your lap. His head is right next to you. His head's right next to your stick shift, and so it's kind of
fuck
annoying. You. And yeah, you're just kind of beating the stick into his head as you're
get out of my fucking way.
Yeah, and so
So who goes first on this nonsense?
So you're gonna give me drive and dex. Difficulty 6 versus him. It's going to be kind of like an extended roll where we count the net successes.
I don't do well at all.
So yeah, he gets 1 success, so he's starting to catch up to you.
Me, yeah,
he's getting close. You can see him. He's going faster than you are at this point. You've got some extra weight in the car, and I
know what I want to do.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is I want to swerve to the left.
Okay.
Wait, no, swerve to the right just a little bit and push him out, because when he comes out, now that I'm to the left, it's going into the guy's windshield.
Okay, so yeah, that's a maneuver.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Haven't done those. All right.
That's a heck of a maneuver. So what you're gonna do is, this feels like the first thing you're gonna do is see if you can pull off the swerve and maintain control of the car.
Okay.
And that would be Dex and Drive. Remember, you can spend blood to heal, and remember, you're at a -1 wound penalty.
Oh yeah, sure.
So you can spend blood to heal.
Yeah, I'd like to spend blood to heal that one.
And you can also spend blood to bump your Dex up and mitigate that.
Let me see. That's a good idea. You're full of good ideas. Oh, oops. I'm about to get to some nonsense. 2 successes.
Man, these one.
The ones are nuts, aren't they?
Yeah. All right, so you maintain control of the car.
Of the car.
You maintain control of the car.
And now I just need to strength push him out.
You're just gonna give me strength and athletics to force this guy out of the car.
1.
Okay, so yeah, it's
like
messy.
Almost grab like his shirt, grab his neck, and like
you don't quite toss him out
I'm like
to where
like
he'll
tugging.
land, but you pretty much just kind of push him out, and eventually his own weight does the
drags
rest of the
him
job.
out onto the wall.
Drags him out. He's not going to land on the guy's windshield, but he is going to fall out of the car. Once the officer gets an idea of what you're trying to do, he's going to slow the fuck down, because he doesn't want to hit he doesn't want to hit the other officer. And so I'm going to forfeit this turn of action, and you get that much further ahead. And so what is your net successes for the scene so far?
Nothing.
Have you been counting?
No, I haven't.
So,
I wasn't where I had to.
Yeah.
Right, so the last one was when we did it. I had gotten 2.
Before that, it was 0.
0, 2. All right, so total success is 2.
Total is 2 right now. So you get an extra roll. Drive and Dex. Very nice.
Holy
That's
shit.
an exceptional. This chase is over.
I start to kick up dirt. It
You're kicking up dirt.
Rocks hit his windshield.
He comes to a stop.
The guy comes out at the perfect time.
And yeah, you
he
ride
does
off
everything.
into the distance.
He does everything to not hit that guy.
You ride off into the distance. You do still hear those police sirens. Eventually, they approach the area that you were at, and they're still in pursuit.
This is some bullshit, I say, as I turn onto another road. Like, I'm not playing this fucking game.
And so you're from here. You're
using the open road merit.
Your open road merit
get to where I gotta go.
Get you where you need to go.
Fucking.
And so this chase occurred at about 1 a.m.
I'm going to be riding hard, baby.
You take a detour. It's going to cut a little bit more time into your thing. You're arriving at LA. You're arriving in Las Vegas, and it's a beautiful scene. It's right out of the movies.
Yeah, but listen, the sun's coming up. Eventually
you hit traffic. Yeah, eventually you hit traffic. Got a lot of people going to work, things like that in the morning, people getting off work at night, that sort of thing. So you need to find a hotel quick.
Literally the first.
Covered in blood.
Take off my jacket.
Which we will... Was it open or closed?
It's probably open a little bit.
Okay, so a lot of that blood soaks through.
Yeah, and so it's probably open, but I take it off, and there's definitely like a lot of blood on everything, and so probably while I'm still in traffic, I'm like cleaning to the best of my ability. I open I'm like, is there something in here? Dang it! Christopher has the paper towels. I slam it shut.
Fuck Christopher!
Fuck Christopher!
Roll frenzy.
Yes. Normal day in traffic.
Yeah.
I'm good.
You're good.
But I'm still pissed about Christopher. I'm just like, okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. Because I'm going to find a it's in the 70s. They probably don't have parking garages yet.
I think parking garages exist.
Probably rudimentary ones, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think they're probably a thing at this point.
Okay, then that's where I'm gonna try to get in.
You get into a parking garage. You gotta find something.
I'm gonna get in the trunk. That's all I can do, man.
Yeah.
So I do my best. Like, the sun is coming up. I'm cleaning to the best of my ability.
It's like 5 o'clock at this point.
I can see.
You can see the hints of pinkness hit the sky.
Yeah.
And you get out of that car. You look around.
Run a towel over the leather seats and throw it into the trunk.
Me a quick perception alertness. See if anyone's around.
1.
With 1 success, you look around, coast looks clear, get in, night.
Fucking sleep. I'm just like, shit!
So.
Time for our special B plot.
Yeah. And so, there you are again.
I am
a little further than you were last time. You sort of snuck your way through the kitchen. Mm-hmm. You saw... and it pretty much picks up right where it left off last night. You
trying to get past the kitchen.
Yeah, you looked through that door, and you saw a guy standing there, wearing a...
it was a uniform. It was
like a military uniform, covered in blood.
Yep.
You remember the stench, but your senses are sort of mixed up because you've got the memory of blood, thinking
but I have a wet towel.
Thinking of it being disgusting and horrible at the time, but it is a scent that you have come to love.
Yeah.
And so there's a strange sort of
emotional.
What do we call that? Dissonance. Yeah. It's a strange sort of dissonance there.
I get back and I wait. I wait for an opportunity where I don't hear anything anymore.
You do hear you hear something. You hear like a sort of a heavy dragging across the old wood floor of this building, and you can see through the little crack in the door. You're kind of behind some counters. And some middle, like, island-style counters here in the kitchen. You know, maybe there's a stove there in the middle or what have you. And you sort of, like, look around, and just past the stove, you can see through a crack through the door. And you see you hear the footsteps. Very slow, very methodical. And as the footsteps come to a stop, you can also hear that dragging sound. And you see you can see the hand holding a woman by the hair. She's dead. The eyes land right on you. The eyes of this corpse land right on you. Give me a willpower roll. Current willpower, because it's based off
terrifying.
It's a dream. And so you
hold in.
Fight every
urge not to scream
in your body to not scream as you see one of your coworkers looking you in the eye.
Yeah.
Just dead. Cold.
Yeah.
Like,
mouth open.
Not just, mouth open.
How it goes.
Blue skin. It's fucking cold.
Yeah. And her face is so close.
Yeah.
And there's just that chill, that fear.
It's cold and it's quiet as soon as he stops walking. You're around here. This bitch is drained. I don't need her anymore. But... maybe some attack dogs wouldn't hurt. And you hear the footsteps keep walking, and the dragging continue until it's out of sight. What do you want to do?
Just like, okay.
So you're still trying to get upstairs, yeah?
Still trying to get upstairs. And so I'm thinking, maybe I know the direction he's going. Because the hotel that we're in is no small. It's not a small. It was a luxury one.
Yeah. I'm kind of thinking like The Shining.
Yeah,
sorta.
That was kind of the inspiration. There's an actual hotel. and I can't quite remember. It's like the Bailiff or something like that. That it's kind of the idea of this very grand structure. This very massive grand structure. It's not the Bailiff, but that same sort of feeling. And so I'm thinking, alright, maybe I can go another direction and get to a different port up there. I don't know.
And you still don't know how many of these people there are.
That's why I am concerned. And so I'm sitting there and I'm listening. The place has clocks, and every hour they go off. I've been waiting here for a while. What time is it?
It being this
Could
being
be
a dream
anytime.
with weird dream logic based off of memories from 100 years ago.
Anything.
Irrelevant.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just...
So, I sneak out after I've heard nothing for a while. And the direction that he went, I'm going to sort of retrace my steps backwards and take a different route in the same direction.
So you're gonna follow behind him?
Kind of.
Okay.
Because where I need to go, he is kind of in the way.
Yeah.
He is in the way of where I need to go.
And so, yeah, as you're sneaking down the hallway, give me stealth and dex, but your actual dex, not your blood buffed dex.
Yep.
In fact, you can go ahead and get rid of the blood buff.
Yeah, because I'm sleeping.
It's a new scene.
I'll take away one of these because it's...
Take away, yeah. And so, yeah, you move through the hallway, sort of as quietly as you can, but you are still shivering cold. And so you are
trying to
just
advance.
Trying to advance. As far as you know, it's been maybe you are still that same
day.
First night. Yeah.
I hid in that closet for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Just listening to hell happen.
You got
outside.
You got out, and as you're moving down the hallway, you can hear the dragging, and then the dragging stops again, along with the loud, heavy booted footsteps. This is as good a spot as any. You hear, and you hear a shing sort of noise. And you hear the tearing of skin.
Use that.
Eat up, bitch!
And I hope through the sound of everything that's happening, I keep moving forward.
Yeah.
In the hopes that if I can get up.
So you hit sort of a Y. And as you look across the left corner of the... not a Y, more like a fork. Like a little fork in the hallway. And as you reach the corner of that fork, you can see on the left-hand side, you see him, and he's got his wrist up to your coworker's mouth for some reason. And it's just... And he sort of removes his wrist and licks his hand for some weird reason. And, you stop for a second, and you can try to make it through the other side, right? Okay. So, give me stealth. Stealth and dex, difficulty 7. No, difficulty 7.
Oh, yeah. Don't make it.
And as you're walking,
gets me.
Yeah.
Love it.
As you start turning that right corner, you turn the right corner and you see one of them looking at you. And this one isn't wearing a goddamn thing, as far as you can tell. Pallid, pure white skin. Just no hair. Long, pointed, fanged, long, pointed ears with bloodshot eyes, just red, but not like red like glowing red, like the whites of his eyes are red, and there's a blue, those bright blue irises, and he looks, and it looks at you. It looks at you like something that it looks at you not like a person being like, gotcha. It's just looking at you. And you remember that face. And he opens his mouth and just reaches in. And so this isn't even like the end of the dream.
Nope.
This goes on.
The torture begins.
You remember, it was, and it's not like remembering because this isn't what actually happened.
No, but it's a conglomeration of all of those bad memories.
But your nightmares last longer these days.
Yeah.
You don't have the safety net of, a human being. When we dream, we sit there and we're like, oh, I need to jut awake. You're a dead body.
No. I am dead until that sun sets.
Yep.
And so I have to endure all of it.
And so you endure the logical conclusion of your dream. You feel them tear you apart. And this thing doesn't say a word the entire time. It's just working. And you feel it tear a leg off, which you have felt in the past. It's not fun.
No, it's not. When the hip socket breaks, it's not great for anybody.
And you feel it, and you just eventually your dream recognizes you as dead and looking forward. And you're it's sort of like the first person camera angle
on the ground as I start to watch other things
to the side. You see the coworker eventually get up and start like making like these horrible noises, and she's just
and I just sort of get to watch.
You hear like some crunches and some tough like hollow bumps just hit the ground, and you hear the crunch. This thing is not just drinking your blood, it is crunching down on your bones.
Yeah.
And
I get to endure that for 8 hours.
You get to endure that for 8 hours.
Yep. After a while, it's like, it's still scary because you're awake, because you're in the dream, but like once you wake up, it's just frustrating.
Yeah.
Because you wake up and you're like, that was needless. There was
that was so stupid. Yeah.
She does. She beats herself up over this residual fear that never... Even undergoing everything that she's gone through in the past 100 years of dealing with the type of people she's dealt with, that sort of fear is primordial.
It's built into her at this point. It's in your DNA. It's in your soul.
Even though that might not scare her now, within the dream, it is.
You're back to being
a person, a defenseless.
You still don't feel like a person in your dream. You still feel like yourself, as you've known yourself for much longer than you ever spent being actually alive.
Yeah.
And, but because like you don't even really remember what it was like to be alive. You forget these things.
So much water has crossed. And everything else fades, but just the disjointed memories stay.
Yeah, you definitely have memories of the event. Those are
never going.
They're never going away.
No.
You don't think they will, but
No. You figure in 100 years it'd start fading. No, they just get worse. Because then they start combining.
Worse because now,
it's like your brain is like, you're not scared enough right now.
Yeah,
let's make it worse.
Your memories are like... You're pretty sure it happened something close to that, but you've had this dream so many times that you're not sure whether or not you're having dreams of the dream.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to tell what actually happened. What you do know is that you worked at a hotel, a blizzard happened, and you were sired that
week.
That week. And,
Hell week.
Yeah, Hell week.
So
that, I believe, is where we will let off.
Excellent. I'm on the doorstep to beautiful, sunny Las Vegas.
Hopefully not, yeah. Hopefully not too sunny. But yeah. So, let's go through experience.
Okay.
1 for showing up. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
1 for role-playing your character concept.
Did it do anything particularly awesome?
Yeah, you sure did.
That
car bit, that was
pushing
really cool.
the guy out and driving while drinking. Draining
really
this
cool.
dude like a Capri Sun while I'm trying to drive.
Yeah.
That was pretty badass.
Yeah.
So
yeah, go ahead and get yourself one there. And, what have you learned?
I have learned,
like, what does your character learn?
My character...
What has Margot sort of, taken in from this?
Definitely that this Sawyer bullshit is denser than it initially seemed.
Yeah.
It initially seemed dire, everyone was like, oh, we need to get it done. The Archbishop was like, hey. But it didn't seem... Initially, the task given was, oh, pick him up, here's some money, pick him up,
here's
whatever.
some money, pick him up.
It was a nothing.
We'll have him.
It was an errand.
Yeah, it was such a nothing.
It has unfolded in this sort of way that... And I should have rolled whether or not while driving she thinks about the exploded eyes. There's no way she hasn't seen it. Being that thaumaturgy oftentimes shock troops, poor Tremere shock troops that are literally just taught one branch of thaumaturgy just so they can be thrown away, essentially. There's no way I haven't seen it.
Well, that would depend. How active in the Sabbat are you? Have you held positions based off of attending to war on Camarilla domains, or
Probably.
are you a nomad? You are.
I mean, I am a nomad, but there's blood and glory and vampiric vitae to be had when war is taking place.
Yeah.
And like, if vampiric vitae is just there to take, like, you take it.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure she's hung around New York.
You're probably. I don't know if you're piecing it all together yet.
No, not yet.
Because the Tremere they're not just throwing that shit around.
Oh no, but I'm also a gangrel. The Tremere are gangrel boogeymen. Well, I mean, to 3 clans, the Tremere are actually boogeymen. Yeah. The Nosferatu, the gangrel, and the Semites are like, no, they're bad. Yeah. But let me tell you why. They stole our land. And, the whole thing Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Yeah, but... that's more of a
That's like
European
a legend
thing. Like, you're probably aware of that
discipline?
You're almost certainly aware of
the rumor that a Tremere can explode your head from a distance.
Oh, sure, yeah, that.
Then yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the more complex disciplines, like, if you were to ask the common person whether or not a Tremere can talk to plants, they'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah. I think you probably...
But the legend and my age is what makes me think.
And you know that this guy's a Tremere already, and so you're
probably
kind of,
during the drive.
Yeah, you're kind of piecing it together in your head, and so you're like, yeah, this is starting to smell like
sitting at a red light.
Yeah, it's starting to smell like
red
wizards.
Light, and I'm just like, no, fuck. And I look over at the steak, the sharpened steak, and I'm like, they unstaked it. No. Ah, fuck, I'm gonna have to restake him.
Tremere.
Shit.
And so...
That's bullshit, but I am glad to get to go to Las Vegas. I myself have just something about the atmosphere of Las Vegas that
I bet.
really vibes with me, like throwing around cocaine. It's good.
Oh yeah. It is all that. Like, you driving in, it's like big lights, music, the whole...
I'm like, I wish Christopher could be here. This is moments before I start freaking out about Christopher not being here with my goddamn paper towels.
Yeah. Could really use those paper towels right now.
Fuck you, Christopher!
Yeah.
But Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's where.
All right.
That's
Thank
where we'll
you.
leave off. You're
Thank you
welcome.
for running.
Fear and Loathing 77.
Bruce C. Hodson's Brad C.
You did this last time
Hostin.
too.
Thank you for running Brad C. Hostin's
It's your handwriting.
amazing game. It's so much fun so far. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to Duets with Dice. We put up a lot of different and fun things sometimes.
Yeah.
And also follow us on Twitter.
Yeah. I have not been as diligent with Twitter as I would have liked to be.
It's okay. I have a Twitter and I don't use it. Hi!
Yeah. All right. Bye.